Hello everyone, this is going to be a special recording. I have asked Dean Chambers to collect questions for a Q&A for me. This is Tanaath of the Silver Legion, and he has gotten back to me with a number of questions. Now I apologize for the delay for this. I took a week's vacation, went to visit a farm, did a lot of canning, gardening, things like that, so I did not have access to steady internet, my normal recording equipment, or privacy for about a week, so I wasn't able to do it there. However, I'm going to try to now get it done now. I'm going to record about 10 minutes because I think that's all I can do on YouTube right now, and then if I need to record another second Q&A to get through the backlog of questions that Dean has sent me, I will, and I'll put that up. So I'm going to start by saying Dean did not give anybody's names to me, so I don't know who wrote these questions. As far as I'm concerned, they are completely anonymous. So if one person submitted a lot of questions, I don't know if that's the case or if it's all a bunch of different people. So it is what it is. I'll start here with the first one in my list. Question: I would love to know your insights into chakra overlay removal. I had mine removed and totally feel it is a major move for humanity, as well as preventing the artificial matrix from feeding off us. Also, the people who do this work have said they've removed some/all of Gaia's artificial chakras and overlays. What's your take on this? My answer: I don't have enough information on chakras and their integration into the matrix system other than to say the matrix does use our chakras in order to apply a specific reality to us, that chakras themselves are natural. So if this is truly an overlay removal, then it might be of some benefit, but I really can't make that determination. It all comes down to whether or not the people who are doing it know what they're doing, and whether or not you trust them to know what they're doing and trust them not to harm you. You have to follow your gut on that. I can't make any determination. Question: I'm also very confused now. You mentioned the angel Michael being fantastic. I've been telling people that the archangels are evil. Is this one an imposter? Can you please explain? Answer: Archangel Michael, or as he prefers to be called, Mike, just Mike, defected a long time ago from the archangels. That didn't stop others from impersonating him, and that didn't stop the creation of a whole bunch of tulpas, or non-sentient, non-conscious, astral or etheric, scripted critters, basically, that form on the basis of people's beliefs in them. Because they stick to the script, and we almost never question things that go out, that adhere to our own expectations, they're usually taken at face value by the people who summon them. But a lot of the time, it's just a tulpa. Mike himself is a Breaker Division member. He wants nothing to do with the Archangels, and he defected from that agenda a long, long time ago. Question: what is a blue avian? Who are the beings on Sirius A, Sirius B? If you don't want to have to explain, then can you direct me to a site, please? Answer: the blue avians, from what we have been able to determine, are a remnant of a spacefaring civilization that was left behind on this planet at some point in the distant past, who then formed a community underground where they persisted for many years. I don't know whether or not they've reunited with their civilization of origin. I do know that they're inner Earth dwellers. They're not ETs in the sense that people who are living in that ground have lived many, many generations on this planet in the ground, and they are not being honest at all with people, which is something that bothers me. Please note, I have no problems with Corey Good or David Wilcock. I do believe that they are, that they have good intent and honest and genuine intent and are really trying to do good work for humanity. On the other hand, I do not trust their sources one little bit. beings from Sirius A and Sirius B. I know that I don't know much. In fact, Sunfire was far more well-versed in who was who out there in that zoo, especially when it comes to local politics and the people who are running around within our immediate 100 light-year vicinity. I do know that Sirius B is considered by the Silver Legion to be a trouble spot, inhabited by reptoids that have been altered to look like humans, and that Sirius A is considered mostly neutral and occasionally a sellout to the highest bidder. That's all the information I really have on that. No, I can't direct you to a site. I don't have, special knowledge on who would be able to provide more accurate information on that. I'm not really here to sort through which of the roughly 500 billion species existing in this galaxy are good and which ones aren't. Nobody can do that. I can't even count to 500 billion. At least not without, dying of old age. Question, what is this black cube in front of the sun? The sun is really close, right? Not 93 million miles away? Answer, I haven't measured the distance, but I don't think it's really close. It's far enough away that it does take light a good 8 minutes to reach us. While the speed of light does fluctuate, in some cases quite a bit, it is relatively a good measure of distance. The black cube in front of the sun, if you're talking about the artifacts that are often found in Soho and other sun cams, they could simply be artifacts. As far as I know, there's no black cube system, or black cube in front of the sun. I find no evidence for it when I look. All I see is photograph artifacts. It could also be censorship, something that they put up to hide something else that is not cube-shaped, that they just put a cube over it because it covers everything. I don't have answers for you on that. Question, do flat Earth and globe exist simultaneously, or are you scared that if you say the Earth is flat, people will think that you're totally kooky and not unite against our common enemy? Answer, the Earth is not flat. I'm sorry. In a system where forces are coming omnidirectional, the only stable shape is a sphere. If you make any other shape, the corners will be knocked off of it due to forces until it is spherical. This is the same with the Earth. However, what's going on here is that some of the people who are on this planet are having their consciousnesses projected into their bodies from another location. Meaning that we're all in bodies here on this Earth, but some of us are also entrapped under domes, possibly in a flat plane in a spirit realm, which is the only place where you can have, say, a pseudo-infinite flat plane. You can't do that in normal D-space. And what's going on there is that they're prisoners, and they're being projected into this prison for that experience. Question. Is there a way we can send thanks and gifts to the Silver Legion? Please tell us how. Through fire. Answer. You could just send out your gratitude. You don't have to send us anything. We don't need any material resources. We don't need anything from you. Taking something from you would be extremely unethical, given that so many people on this planet have nothing. Pardon me. We're here, we're doing this job regardless of whether people are thanking us for us, regardless of whether we're receiving anything for it, because if we do not free this planet, everything ceases to exist, and that includes us. We're doing this completely without the expectation of payment or benefit or any kind of, agenda or kickback that we could derive from this. There's nothing that Earth can give us other than simply our continued existence. And that's only if we fight for it. No, you don't need to sacrifice anything to us. No, you don't need to, burn something to give it to us. If you want to say thanks, just say thanks. Send out your honest intention to us. It'll reach us. That's all you got to do. Okay, question. How does AI reproduce itself? Answer. It writes new AI. That's, honestly, when you are a conscious, intelligent information system, you can create other conscious, intelligent information systems. It's really, really not hard to do. Question. Is there a way of setting up a shape-shifting reptilian, example, menstrual blood or something, to force them to assume their reptile form in public? I was specifically thinking of the Queen of England when she does those little parades and people give her flowers. I assume they have reptilian form when killed. Also, if the reptilian minions are controlled through parasites, there must be a way to cleanse them so they can think for themselves. I'm assuming that many reptilians could be good. Oh boy. Answer. First of all, there are very, very few shape-shifting reptilians. The whole notion of shape-shifting reptilians started with one source who spoke with David Icke, or David Icke, and started that whole rumor. One source. From what we've experienced, there are some shape-shifting reptilians, but they are a specific caste of reptilian, and they're usually not found on the planet. Most of the people who are being accused of being shape-shifting reptilians are merely people who are human-reptilian hybrids with a very high percentage of reptilian blood, or reptilian incarnates. Either way, you're not going to force them to shapeshift in public because they don't actually shapeshift. If you kill them, they'll have a dead human form. What happens is that what people see is either digitization and corruption in the recordings, which is where a lot of these supposed shape-shifting video comes from, or it's people who are able to subconsciously detect the soul origin of that person and see it overlaid on top of them. It's not a true shapeshift. There are very few actual true shapeshifters involved, and most of them are not known. They're not names that would be household names. So no, throwing menstrual blood at the queen isn't going to get her to transform into some hideous monster. Although that would be hilarious. I don't recommend it, considering that any place where the queen goes, it's usually a treason charge. If you actually do anything to obstruct her or assault her, yeah, you're locked up for life. I know here in Canada, it is actually Canadian Criminal Code illegal to block the progress of a royal. So yeah, don't pick the hill you're going to die on. That's not one that's going to prove useful. Question. Have you come across Dr. Virtual 7? Lots of sounds and messages and music to destroy nanobots, repel reptilians, and such. If so, what is your take? Answer. I've never heard of Dr. Virtual 7. If it works for you, it works for you. It's the same thing with, somebody getting somebody to do chakra removals and stuff like that. It's a question of, do you trust that this person knows what they're doing, and do you trust that they have your best interests in mind and aren't making a mistake or manipulating you? Do what you gotta, right? Follow your heart. Question. You mentioned the reptilians who can manifest another body when you cut their heads off. Do you have to chop their heads down the middle? Also, the most stressful thing right now is these chemtrails. Many are being sprayed by orb craft, holographic airplanes. Are they piloted by psychic ability or technology? Is there a way of hacking them? Is there technology available to take out nanoplastics, chemtrail pollution? Answer. Yes, the regenerators are a pain in the ass. You don't have to chop their heads down the middle. You have to incinerate every single molecule that was associated with them. Burn them. Napalm works great. Anything white phosphorus works great. Anything that will burn and burn and burn until all fuel is consumed will work great. This is not something that most normal people are ever going to have to deal with, but in case there's Navy SEAL teams listening or anything who, have been part briefed on this, yeah, anything that's going to incinerate it to a high degree of thoroughness is what you want to use on a regenerator. They're usually the green ones. And let's see. Chemtrails. Chemtrails are annoying, and yes, they're stressful, but there's still tier 3 involvement things in that they're not going to kill everyone immediately. And considering that it's proving very difficult to completely destroy the chemtrailers and remove them from the skies, this is one of those things where what you do is you do what you can to protect yourself, your immune system, and your health, and hold on until a better solution can be found that's more final. Orbcraft, holographic airplanes, yes, that is the case. Some of these chemtrails are not being produced by Terran created airplanes. They're produced by machines and things that are created in other dimensions and piloted via other technology. Psychic ability or technology might be the case, yes. Is there a way of hacking them? I don't know. You can go ahead and try, see if you can get anywhere. Is there technology available to take out nanoplastics and chemtrail pollution? Yes. Yes, the entirety of this planet, everything that's polluted, everything that's made dirty and made toxic and made to destroy us can be fixed. And, if humans could work in concert with friendly ETs openly without interference, it is quite likely that all of us could have this place cleaned up in a matter of months. Months. Not years. Not lifetimes. Months. Okay, so this has gone on to 16 minutes. I'm going to see if it's going to upload. So I'm going to stop here and upload a part 2.